Hi, welcome to Simcha, a celebration of life. I'm your host, Eitan Berger. Recently, 10 young ladies celebrated their Batmitzvahs, or coming of age ceremony, in Johannesburg. The guest of honor was the Unity Torah. This unique Torah scroll was written in various parts of the world and especially flown from Israel to be part of this special celebration.
Sunset, sunrise, sunset, swiftly flow the day.
It was important to me to organize this project because I felt that there was a group of girls who had older brothers and sisters who'd never had bar mitzvahs or bat mitzvahs before. And we thought that we'd do it as an aftermural activity at school, where they could just join and on a Tuesday afternoon come for fun. It was more interaction, kind of meeting people. And with that, they were learning about chesed and being kind to people and learned about the community.
Eden schools cater for kids from all different religions, so we try and cater for each of the religions within the school. So when the girls reach the age of their bat mitzvah, which is really their 12th birthday when they become of age, we were happy to assist in the process of creating a function for them.
My name is Cara Alston and I'm lighting this candle in memory of Renee Alvisham, who perished at the age of 5 in the Holocaust.
The ceremony starts off by lighting candles for the children of the same age who had perished in the Holocaust. The grandmother hands a candle to the mother, and the mother hands a candle to the child. The child then goes, lights the candle, mentions her name, and says that I'm lighting this candle in name of so-and-so who died at the age of 12 in Auschwitz.
To see all these lovely kids standing there with their mothers and their families and so emotionally connected to their past, to their heritage, to their Judaism and to their friends. And all round it was a very moving ceremony where they discovered their heritage.
Yesimei Elohim, Kasara, Rivka, Rachel, Leah. May God make you like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and watch over you.
The project is very little about what happened today. In actual fact, today was not even mentioning anything of what the girls have been doing. They've made challah, which is our traditional bread for Sabbath. They made their own Shabbos candles, Sabbath candles. They learned different blessings, and every week was something different.
This program has changed my life because, I'm learning more about becoming a Jewish woman and doing chesed and yeah. It's changed my life by knowing more mitzvahs and trying to do more mitzvahs for everyone. I've loved that I've learned how to become a Jewish woman and a wife. It's going to be so cool. I've done so much charity. It's been awesome. The bat mitzvah means to me that becoming a Jewish woman and to build up our tradition.
Eden is a secular school, and therefore when we can bring art within the school, religious activity, moral activity, when they sang Hatikva at the end, when they sang the South African anthem, this is all part of a global picture of the type of kid we're trying to create.
This Torah, like the Torah we received as Sana, will guide us, protect us, and through it we will maintain our heritage and tradition.
It all started with the, I think it's so unique and so amazing project of the Sefer Torah for the unity of the Jewish community all over the world. And when they invited us to be part of this celebration with the Sefer Torah, we find it as another way to connect Israel and the Jewish community all over the world. It connects
to our responsibility and our understanding that we are part of something bigger, not only a commercial airline, but part of the Jewish community all over the world.
I'm a travel agent, that's my job, and I work with El Al. So when the CEO of El Al came to a talk, I went to hear it, and when he started talking about the El Al Sefer Torah for the unity of Israel, and about his father who'd been on this train to Auschwitz and was pushed out to be saved when his sisters and his mother weren't, I decided to ask him if maybe one of the girls could do it in memory of his family. And when I went over and asked him, he was shocked and said, sure, I'll get back to you. And he came back and he said, my father's given us permission, these are my children, his sister's names. And I just took a chance and said, would you consider bringing your father and the Torah and come to South Africa? And he responded and said, yes.
This Sefer Torah was written all over the world in so many Jewish communities. You know, it's amazing. The journey of the Sefer Torah, in many ways, is the journey of the Jewish community all over the generations.
Over the festival of Shavuot, it is customary to eat dairy foods, as milk is considered to be a symbol of the Torah, which is a source of nourishment and sustenance for the Jewish people. Our resident chef, Saranne Chait, shows us how to make a delicious pavlova that will definitely leave you wanting more.
Today we're going to do a frozen pavlova Swiss roll, which is a fabulous tea time treat or dessert time treat that can be served cold, warm, or straight from the oven. We're going to start off by separating our eggs. All we want is the whites of the eggs, because the fat in the yolk won't allow the whites to whip up like you need them to. When you start beating the egg whites, make sure it's quite stiff before you start adding the sugar. This will give you a wonderful end result. To maintain this type of thickness for your meringue, add the sugar in a very steady stream. Right, this is the consistency that we want when we're making a pavlova Swiss roll. It's called a stiff peak. And that's the consistency that one wants before one puts it in the tray. So we take our wax paper and line our Swiss roll tin. And then, before we put in our meringue, we spray the wax paper well. Add the mixture to the pan, spread it over the pan area evenly. And then what we're going to do to finish this dish off before we bake it at 180 degrees for about 15 minutes, we're going to sprinkle with cinnamon sugar and roasted almonds. The almonds are optional. If you prefer to leave the nuts out, you're welcome to. And there it is, ready to go into the oven at 180 degrees for 15 minutes. At this point now, we line the tray with the foil. We don't wait for it to cool, we do it almost immediately. Turn it upside down. We'll flip it over. Put it down. And now what we're going to do is to take the hot tray off. Comes off very easily. Peel the paper off. And we'll set our pavlova Swiss roll aside until it's cool, then we'll roll it with our Orly whip and fruit. We're now ready to whip our Orly whip, which is the alternative to our cream. There's the wonderful thick consistency of the oily whip, and then we're going to put it evenly over our pavlova Swiss roll. Once we've done this, it's now your time to be as creative as you would like. Today we're going to use gooseberries, but you're welcome to use strawberries, blueberries, figs if you like, chocolate, grated chocolate's wonderful in it. Really, whatever you desire. And now we're going to roll. At this point, you'll see what we did earlier was we sprinkled the cinnamon sugar and the almonds on before we baked. And now it comes to the outside of your beautiful pavlova Swiss roll. That's our frozen pavlova Swiss roll. Enjoy it. Until next time, see you then.
Unfortunately, that's all we have time for this week's episode of Simcha. Thank you so much for joining us. We love hearing from you, so please find us on Facebook at Spirit Sister Productions and drop us a line. From myself, Eitan Berger, and all of us here at Simcha, have a great week and goodbye.